Hello, all my gorgeous brothers and sisters in Jesus. I'm afraid, well, it hasn't been a great week as it is, and everything from me because I've been first of all, I want to tell you that I've been having my radiation therapy this week and everything, and that kind of like just exhausted the life out of me really. Although I know it's not as bad as chemo and everything. Because I've had to go up there every day and have it done and sort of like being poked and prodded around and everything, in the chemo and everything. Um, Also, I don't know what's going to happen with my job and everything because I find my job difficult to do now because of I get bad back pain and everything, and I suffer with my back, and I don't know what's going to happen there. I want to ask you to all pray for me. Um, and I have some. So I've been through the radiotherapy and that, which is good, but then I have some news that sort of like devastated me really. I know that they're not a cat or a dog or anything like that. But obviously I still love them and everything. There were, and my chinchillas that I had, both Faith and Sleeky. I just want to tell you that I just want to let you know that they've gone over the Rainbow Bridge. They're gone to heaven. So there will be no more making videos of Faith and Sleeky anymore, unfortunately. It was a shock because they were only 3 years old, and chinchillas can live up to 20 years old, so there are still little girls really, and there are still little girls. There are still little girls in human years. There are still little girls, so that is devastating, really, that there were still little girls. They weren't very old. They didn't live out the life that they should have done. I feel guilty. I'm bad with myself. I feel guilty because could I have done something, to could I have done something to help them stop getting so hot and everything? Oh, yeah. And every time I look at their cage and look at the cage, it's hard because I expect to see like a shovel or a movement or something, but there's nothing. And I expect to look at the wheel and see them moving their wheel, but there's obviously, that they're not there anymore. So what happened, I'll tell you the story. So what happened was this morning, I went downstairs and I was expecting to see them like either bounce around in their cage or be on their wheel, but instead I saw them at the bottom of the cage, at the bottom tier, because there's two tiers to it, and on the bottom tier they were at the bottom, they're laid out and stretched out, and they were completely and utterly limp, and they were cold, and I cried and yelled at my son to come on down, and he came down, and I showed him. I said, what's happened to them? Have they gone? And he felt them and said that they're gone, and I phoned up Dad, and my dad came over because I phoned up and I was crying my eyes out on the phone and said I think my girls are dead, the chinchillas are dead, and he sort of like came over with a bucket, and I wanted to sort of like keep take them to the vets to see if the vet could revive them back to life and everything, but Peters and my dad said, you know, they've gone. There's nothing we can do, sort of thing, because they've gone like completely limp and they've gone hard and their feet and everything have gone hard and everything, and their eyes were shut, and I tried to open their eyes but they didn't open, and so sorry. I tried to not cry, but yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Um, I try not to get emotional. I think it's just been a hard week, also. It's just this heat's got to everybody. I'm bothered by the heat. I'm bothered by my job. And I just wish that Jesus would come. I've had enough of this world sometimes. It seems that the evil can get away with it, but the innocent die. And they were just innocent creatures. They didn't do anything wrong. Animals are so innocent, they don't deserve to die. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna have to go now. Goodbye, everyone.